Hello, I'm Cerise Tanvis from Technology, and we're starting a series this January, one of these being cloud and disaster recovery. We've experienced a lot of our small businesses, especially falling victim to not having a disaster recovery plan in place. And when this happens and they may have some equipment that fails or some kind of catastrophe in general occurs, as the crazy weather in Colorado can even bring on, or throughout the country, um, so much of their business is halted because of this. So we find this topic to be really important, and we are hoping that some of this will help in you seeing the value of having this disaster recovery. And one of those options is either doing, well, two of these options are really offsite backup, which we offer here at Technology, or you also have the option of the cloud. Now, this brings us to our agenda. The cloud we're going to go over just because it's a term that we talk about a lot, but not everybody understands exactly what the cloud is. So first, we're going to start off with basic technologies of disaster prevention, and then we'll move on to how this technology can actually help you, and then some just key things you can do to start getting ready for putting your disaster recovery plan into action. So like I mentioned, what is the cloud? We hear about it all the time. Basically, the cloud is considered the internet or part of the internet. It's a term that we use in marketing for any applications that are using the internet as a form of transportation for information. So when you say I saved it to the cloud, you're essentially saying that some area out there in the internet world is where you're saving it to. And what products are we using today that are part of the cloud? Well, there's a number of them, some of these being Office 365, LinkedIn, our social media, Facebook. All of these are saved and accessed through the cloud. A lot of us using our QuickBooks, that's another cloud. And then our banking information. Now we have so much of that is in the cloud. That way it's easily accessible on apps. It's easily accessible wherever we are. So, what we mean when we're going to talk about safeguarding your business, we're talking about two main topics here. First of all, how to protect and control your business data, whether, like I said, it's on site or it's in the cloud or even on mobile devices, wherever you are, and how to minimize that disruption caused by any unexpected events. So what we're going to talk about is how flexible, familiar, and trusted services and technologies, specifically from Microsoft, can actually be helping you safeguard your business by allowing you to protect your business data and be prepared for the unexpected. So some of the solutions we'll discuss are, first of all, controlling who has access to what, with some of the capabilities are actually built into Office 365 and Windows, securing information that's on your mobile devices even when they're lost or stolen, and that's also with the help from Office 365, protecting your information against viruses and hackers, keeping the latest copies of your files where you can retrieve them if you accidentally delete them, and being ready to keep your business running when something unexpected like a break-in, flood, or any other disaster happens to you. And this can be done through Windows Server as well as Microsoft Azure. So one of the great things about this is you're adding new applications and employees only as needed. You're only getting what you need when you need it. With Office 365, you can quickly and easily equip new and existing employees with the apps and services they need. There's not this lengthy onboarding deployment process and no one-size-fits-all pricing. Instead, you just are going to be checking boxes and going through specific applications that's required for you. And your people are going to be ready with the latest software they need to do their jobs. With Microsoft Azure, your apps are going to be hosted in the cloud and are ready, scaled as needed as your company grows. So what does my modern business need? There's some great facts on here. 60% of our small and mid-sized business technology leaders cited data security or privacy as concern, with 40% of businesses hit by disaster. They never reopen because of the extensive costs. So what are the conclusions we make? Well, our data has to be secure. These are a few of the comments we've been hearing from our small and mid-sized customers. Do these sound familiar to you? Researchers are also seeing the trends that have many more small businesses concerned about data security and privacy. And our research is indicating that, as you see, many are never reopening because they just can't get over the impacts. So let's get away from some of that scary stuff and start talking about solutions. Security that's going to support your productivity. Employees love having the ability anytime, anywhere, convenience of cloud-based services, and they expect on-demand service in the workplace as well. One of the great things about Office 365 is it's going to secure your data without creating business roadblocks for your employees and customers, especially dependent upon geographical location. Microsoft, is one of their main commitments is their privacy by design, with the commitment to use customers' information only to improve and deliver services and never for ads. And that can set it apart from some of its competitors. You also want to keep your IT in control. Office 365 simplifies IT management with a single platform and centralized tools to keep your organization moving forward. You can manage policies and devices with ease from Office 365, helping you secure and manage corporate resources, embracing your bring your own device or BYOD policy trends, and also preserving a consistent productivity experience. You can gain quick control of Office 365 and associated accounts with simple GUI administration. You can quickly add users, check service settings, and manage licensing details, all from your admin panel. Also, administrators, such as IT administrators, can get to workload management portals using the universal navigation bar. Also, the left navigation frame will enable IT administrators to quickly get access to adding users, checking service settings, or checking on licensing. And now there's also community support that also helps. There's more capabilities in Windows 10 that's going to make seamless protected access across PCs and devices, such as auto-triggered VPN and domain jobs. Another thing that's going to help with your bring your own device is Microsoft Intune, where it's going to provide PC, mobile device, and application management across popular platforms, and security enhanced communications as well. So there's some great different tools from Microsoft that once you just get a handle and you understand that they're out there, then you can utilize them better. So let's talk a little bit about backup versus disaster recovery, because sometimes these are confused and they sound to be relatively the same, but it can help take a step back and get a better idea of what each of these really means and how they're going to benefit your business individually. One easy way to think about the difference is that backup is about making sure you don't lose those files you create and use during your job, while disaster recovery is about making sure you don't lose your files, as well as you don't lose the time and effort it takes to get your system back up and running after an unexpected event. So it's that extra step, and that extra step is one thing we experience far too often, people just not considering until it's too late. Backups are the best tool for making sure you can restore recent copies of the file that are accidentally deleted or lost, while disaster recovery is generally more focused on getting services back up and running fast. So, for example, you may have taken an offsite backup of your files an hour before a fire takes out your company's entire application services or servers. So your files are going to be safe. Well, with the exception of any changes you may have made during that hour since the last backup, per se. But how are you going to get your applications and your services back up and running? That's where disaster recovery comes in. By enabling you to devices exactly as they were quickly so you can become back up and running in minutes instead of hours or days. Both backup and disaster recovery are great tools for protecting your files and your business continuity. When combined, they complement each other. Working together is a great way to provide multiple layers of protection for your business. IT at the law offices at Aaron Katsuma couldn't keep up with the firm's growth. Slow performance and need to frequently restart servers significantly was reducing their productivity. So, a Microsoft partner deployed Windows Server 2012 using Hyper-V to create virtual servers and desktop computers. They set up automatic backup and failover capabilities to guard against disaster. The result was, during Hurricane Sandy, employees served customers from home without even realize they were using a failover system. They had no idea. And then so they were delivering uninterrupted customer service despite that natural disaster that really could have impacted them. And they also had increased IT agility and gained time to focus on growing the business during this dramatic time by reducing IT hassles and improving system performance. So this is just one example of how this failover can keep you running regardless of where you're at. Mobile devices have opened up a new level of flexibility at work. However, smartphones, tablets, and laptops are all too often lost or stolen, which can cause a major disruption as work files and applications are lost, losing hours or even days worth of work. So this is another thing we have to start thinking about is our mobile devices. With OneDrive for Business, your employees will never lose their latest files because they are safely stored in the cloud where they can be securely accessed from a replacement PC or device. And with Windows 10, OneDrive for Business is just part of that UI, so you can drag and drop files quickly and easily. Office 365 will also let you remotely wipe critical data from lost or stolen devices. And then you can save your files to a second location using Windows Server. And then you also have your cloud option, Microsoft Azure Backup. With Microsoft Azure Backup, you have a simple, reliable, cost-effective option for backing up your data to the cloud. Microsoft Azure Backup encrypts and protects your backup in offsite cloud storage with Microsoft Azure, adding a layer of protection in case data loss or disaster occurs and impacts your servers. It works with any apps and data that you already have, including file servers, SharePoint server, SQL Server, Exchange, and many, many others. It's very cost effective. Microsoft Azure Backup is going to help you avoid the infrastructure investment associated with storage, enabling you to pay only for the amount you use. There is also no per server data transfer fees. So one of the other things is this is also enterprise-grade data protection. Moving your backups to the cloud with Azure can also help significantly improve your data protection, leveraging the same cloud platform relied upon by some of the world's largest financial institutions. So basically, if the servers go down in a data store or center in one location, there's geo-redundancy. They are already backed up and ready to go in multiple other locations around the world. And they're also encrypted for a higher level of protection. So this could be a great solution for you if you're not able to, or you're wanting to move away from your current infrastructure and looking to move to the cloud. And it's simple. If you have a small number of servers to protect, backup provides an easy solution. Azure integration with the Microsoft Server backup tools may already be there in what you're using. So you can now, from this information, you see you can recover quickly from disasters, whether natural or unfortunately man-made, and then get business running in minutes rather than weeks. You get cost-effective disaster recovery with server replication technology built into Windows Server. With Windows Server, your server can automatically replicate as often as every 30 seconds. And while we're talking about Windows Server 2012 here, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the only one we're referencing. When you have applications hosted on Azure, you know they're always going to be up and running with 99.9% uptime guarantee. And let me give you just a few more details. Business continuity is going to be your ability to quickly recover business functions from a downtime event with minimal to no data loss. There are a number of reasons why businesses are experiencing outage, including power failure, IT hardware failure, network outage, human error, IT software failures, and natural disasters. Depending on the type of outage, you need a high availability solution that simply restores the service. However, some outages that impact the entire data center, such as natural disaster extended power outage, require a disaster recovery solution that restores data at a remote site, in addition to bringing up the services and connectivity. You need an affordable and reliable business continuity solution. That's where Hyper-V Replica built into Windows Server comes in. Hyper-V Replica is built in the software replicates virtual machines, including all of their applications and data, to a second Hyper-V host server, which can be running on-premise at a partner site or, you guessed it, in the cloud. You can create an additional tertiary replica site for even greater degree of protection. Changes made to the running virtual machines are replicated at an interval you choose, which can be anywhere from 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or 30 seconds. So you have the flexibility to choose how often you need to replicate depending on your needs. Then, if your system unexpectedly goes down for whatever reason, you're able to get back online in a matter of minutes, reconnecting to a complete, up-to-date replica of your virtual machine and getting back into business quickly and seamlessly. In the event of failures, such as power failure, fire, natural disaster at the primary site, the administrator can then manually fail over the production virtual machines to the Hyper-V server at the recovery site. During failover, the virtual machines are brought back to a consistent point in time, and within minutes they can be accessed by the rest of the network with minimal impact to the business. Can we already see the benefit of having this? Because what is your alternative right now? The replication can be performed over a standard broadband connection, eliminating the need for expensive dedicated high-speed internet services. And the price of disaster recovery traditional solutions made these not an option for small and mid-sized businesses in the past, but now this functionality is built in to Windows Server. Hyper-V Replica provides an affordable in-box business continuity and disaster recovery solution that can restore your system in just minutes. You can also help ensure continuous uptime by hosting your applications in the cloud with Azure. So we're getting back here back to the cloud. Azure has its own backup agent and is a feature of Windows Server that you can download and install to schedule file and folder backups from your server to Azure Backup, which is a cloud-based backup service managed by Microsoft. To transfer your data between the server running Windows Server and Azure Backup, you can either use Azure Backup Agent or Online Backup for Windows PowerShell. For organizations running any version of SQL Server, Microsoft Azure offers a fast, easy way to back up your on-site database to the cloud. Your backup database gets all the benefits of Microsoft Azure storage, including the ability to grow as your data grows, enterprise-grade data protection, and the elimination of capital expense for storage hardware, paying only for what you use. Backups can either be automated, where your backups can be encrypted for added protection, and you can use point-in-time restore to recover data from a specific time in the past. In the case of on-premise failure, you can easily restore your backups in a Microsoft Azure virtual machine to help you get your database back online quickly. When you count on the reliability of the cloud, you keep your business moving forward. Don't let downtime slow you down any longer or have that concern. Now you can have peace of mind and count on uptime, fast recovery, as well as 24/7 support from Microsoft Cloud services, such as Office 365 and Azure. They offer reliability that comes with an uptime guarantee and fast disaster recovery options. With Office 365, you also know your email and apps are available on your device anytime. You mitigate the risk with continuous backup and globally distributed data centers. Get your business back online quickly from the unexpected. When Hurricane Sandy impacted their ability to serve customers, RBFCU realized they needed to increase mobility while meeting financial industry standards for data security. Microsoft partner helped them move from desktop Windows XP PCs to mobile Windows 8 Ultrabooks and tablets. The result, at the time, they improved their customer service and their data security at the same time. So overall, there is a number of different technologies, from controlling access, managing your mobile devices, protecting your data, backing up your files, and being ready for the unexpected. There's a number of different products that we've talked about today, and if any of these interest you, we'd love to talk with you about them more and answer any of your questions. So just a little final slide to go over some of the keys to disaster recovery. Have your files backed up offsite. Have programs backed up offsite. Why? Because it's not good enough to just have your files offsite, because your apps, your programs, everything else could take weeks for you to implement again. Test your system at least quarterly, and then work on one standard platform so that way it's easily backed up and everybody is going to have the same consistency. That's it for today's broadcast. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. If, again, you have any questions, please feel free to email us at info@techknowledge.com or give us a call at 719-433-7722. This is Cerise Tanvis with Techknowledge. Hope you have a great day.